hold off on this one, but look, listen. Let me say some things. Let's cover up this real quick. And they already know what I work at or what I do. You know, they don't know what I do, but I work. You know, I'm a slave ass nigga. No matter how you put it, they be like, stop saying that. Nope, nope, I'm not. Cause until I'm free and actually doing what I want to do and what I love to do, that's how I feel. I'm enslaved in some way. Phone is dropped. Hopefully it's not cracked. We testing it now. We testing that shit now. Cause that bit bop. Cause everything is real and right now, live with me and you, right here between us. That's why I keep it like this with me holding the shit and it feels so personal because you know what I'm saying? It takes me back. Samsung is holding up. I actually Samsung got the notch thing, you know, for like very, very cheap. I know it's like most people be like, why are you putting a notch on it? It actually already had a notch that popped, not a notch, but the bar that pops up top when it's the notification bar, like on my phone. Like how, I mean, I could have went ahead and got the iPhone 16, but I did want to experience the Samsung. And while I don't need two phones. Like I never did. I never did. I never did. Welcome to my channel. I am Josie Fuller, the King of Soul. I'm a singer. That's what I want to be remembered for. I do, technically do art. I want to be remembered just to being an epic guy. But first and foremost, I want to be the king of R&B, soul music, because that's what I am. That's just how I feel. I made some epic music. I put that work in. Now, enough bragging and boasting about myself and how you can shop my merchandise that I actually design, and made available with drop shipping, or not necessarily drop shipping, but print on demand via Printful. There's some good people. They be putting all my merchandise together for me. All I got to do is just put certain designs and logos together, tighten it up, and it's right to you, fresh. I'm on my hit my goal mark right now, which sometimes you lose, but sooner or later you start winning, right? You know, everybody's in this shit. We're in it right now, right now, right now. We're gonna blow ourselves up. You feel me? It's happened before. The catastrophic event, the freaking, the one that really, the war, the one that's not talked about. What's not talked about? The part of history that they don't talk about because they know what the fuck happened. Like the government. That's why how do you think out of all things we got weapons of mass destruction? Because we started with weapons of mass destruction. Once it was discovered, that shit was over. It kind of makes it easy to believe what the Sumerians were talking about. Either they had did it or they made up a story after they did it. It don't really matter. But when you pay attention to what's really going on, the actual fact that we do have weapons capable of actually turning certain cities to stone, would you say, after nuclear radiation has cleared, or even what is it, biological warfare, like it means advanced level of biological warfare. We have technology to starve out people, like, I'm saying, like, we can send satellites up and float. Like, before this war really go, like, look, listen, right now it's escalating, and it's like nobody cares. Like, we're all just like, don't get me wrong, it's get money, get that money, you gotta pay bills. It's like it's going the cycle continues. Like, you got to get this money. Like, so in the midst of these people blowing these people up, and this person cutting this person down, and these kids disappearing and shit, people are still just going to work. And that's the one thing that bothers me sometimes. I'm like, yo, not only are we not allotted to actually chase our dreams or exist in a manner of pure and what we really are in life. I'm not saying, like, I was watching a lady get naked and she's like, I want to be wild and free, and I'm like, all right, that's technically not what I'm talking about. Like, we've been there already. That's no, I'm talking about next level. Next level is some things you can't fathom. It's divinity. Divinity is not wild. It's not. It's free, but it's not wild. Divinity is structured. It's organized. It's faithful in a way. It's like, it's been taught to you, but you just you can't see it because it's been taught. It's something that you won't grasp until you, like, die or something. And now they're trying to put it on you like heaven is something that you can experience in this life, but you have to bring your frequency up to a level of divinity. Like, Right now we judge everybody. Everybody judges everybody. And right now, like Pakistan and Iran, they at war. And at first it was like it's just like we don't undo like okay, Bill Carson never said it any better. Like he pointed the fact out like we we go to war. We're warriors. You ever watched American Gods? If you are one of them people that have watched American Gods, then you're gonna know what I'm talking about. It's like they brought the oars along with them. We all did. Like we brought our ancestors, but that shit got beat the fuck out of us. You don't understand this right here. I'm not understanding this. Like this is riddled with so much dysfunction. It's hard to stand straight sometimes. Like this beautiful black skin is riddled with so much blood and dysfunctional chaos and family turmoil just throughout years of like running from not just slavery but running from the truth of it all. And it's not just me. It's not just me. Oh no. It's not just me, folks. It's you, the viewers as well. It's like if you've come up in modern America, you scarred yourself either way. And even if you didn't do it, your ancestors scarred you. They had to put contingencies and contingency clause into things like if you read the Constitution, there's certain things that have to protect you and say that you don't gotta pay for this, that your fathers did a long time ago because they know that shit was some bullshit. Like they know we all went through some stuff. And don't even get me started when it comes to going back to this skin and what happened to even get us in this situation. People are now starting to say, I said this to my people one time. It was like, yo, bro, why you don't want to be a Moor? Because man, I felt like the Moors actually are one of the reasons, we were in this situation in this state to begin with. They stopped. I mean, I don't not necessarily saying they sold us out, but they sold us out, you know. Somebody did, and there's multiple tribes that took it upon themselves. Like when it comes down to it, I read the Bible, I read bits and pieces of the Quran. I see what's going on. I could see a revelation. I could see like this playing out like Revelations. I could see it. But then when I read things like the Enuma Elish, and I'm actually reading the translated text of Zechariah Sitchin's text. It's different ones. Like every now and then, I don't even think of the names. I just be reading the books. I'd be like, oh my God, this feels familiar. Like it feels like an epic story that's just resonating with my DNA. On top of that, I'm paying attention to what the earth is saying, and it seems like nobody's listening to that. Like God will literally speak, but we ignore it, and we listen to these external forces that we think is God. And that's what literally scares me. Like a minute ago, a dude was like, fuck all the gangs. And I was like, man, we're going to have to protect him. Like, technically, he got a point. But then at the same time, look, bro, that's some shit that it needs to just come together and it wouldn't be a gang. It would become a tribe if they came together. If they actually we all realize, yo, why the fuck are we aiming bombs at each other? Like, we can just box it out. Like what the fuck? I'm telling y'all, man, get the ring. We gonna need that type of technology to survive shit. You feel me? But we don't need to be using it to blow each other up. Like I don't get why we don't get it. I guess that's just the warrior and it's resonating. Like fuck this. Like oh my god, I want to go to war. Blow them up. The fuck is wrong with y'all, bro? You sound like Nurgle, bro. You sound like the war gods. We all sound like freaking war gods at any given time. We sound raise their city to the ground. What the freak is wrong with y'all? Like this shit is it's just in our blood. Like you don't understand, and it's in us stronger than others. Like we're lucky in America we ain't on that level. Like we lucky it ain't that type of division over here. Like these states ain't really on that shit. Like you see how like over there in the Middle East they got like you just think of it like if you're in America, you know how this shit is. This is the United States of America, and most of the times we cool enough to say that Canada and at any given time Mexico is qualified. We'd be like, yeah, this is we together at any given time. This whole the North American continent will stand together. We'll be like, we together. We just trying to see what South America doing. If they gonna rock with us too, because we feel like this shit could be cool. You know what I'm saying? But imagine if this shit was divided and Texas had their own army ready to bust at Cali, and Cali was beefing with New York. Nigga, let's imagine that shit. Imagine that. I'm talking about on fuck the West Coast. You remember that? That was just some rap beef, but that was like That was like telling you what could be capable over here. Like just imagine if New York really was like, you know what, I'm pissed off. I'm gonna build a nuclear station. We're gonna go to beef with California. Like, bruh, that's how it is right now over there. Over there overseas. It's just like that. These niggas is right next door neighbors. People are families in both sides. And we like, yeah. I'm like, yo, stay out of it. But at the same time, I'm like, why they presidents can't just be like, you know what? Fisticuffs right now. Fisticuffs. Do some real king shit. Be be Alalu in Anu right now. Like be Horus and Set right now. Be kings right now. If you want to really take the notion of kings, then do what kings would do and tell your armies to chill and y'all duke that shit out. Whoever got the problem with it, should duke it out for whatever land or whatever fucking power resources you want. Just fisticuffs. Let the world see. We got social media now, so we can get past it. We can move past that and worry about the asteroids coming towards us, shit that the ground is unstable, the weather is doing shit. The reason the planes are falling out of the sky, the destabilization of the magnetic fields around the earth because of the solar flares and the actual slowing of the poles and the changing of the poles. Like that's really what's happening. We letting these people think the world is flat when she about to go but it's gonna be like a stop type of thing, and then we all die for a second, and we might come back and bloom. And it's all like, how you really want to go out? We want to go out on our way to Valhalla, or we want to go out peacefully, praying to Jesus. I know, I know, I know who Christ is. He's King. I'll admit that. I won't say any more about that one. But I will say, if you believe in any God, you'll stop going to war with each other like this. In the events, anybody great comes across this video and you're listening to it and it goes viral, I love you and I'm proud of you. You're strong, but I want to see you grow. I don't want to see you destroy shit. I know I talk a lot of good game, but even being war gods became old over time. And it's like the theory of expansion gave way. How far can mankind actually reach? But first you got to make it past yourself. Then you can make it past the rest of the obstacles. Yeah, we gotta judge this shit. We're gonna face our own persecutions. It's facing this greatest fears is facing everything we've done to get to this point. The slavery, the tyranny, the curses, it's everything. Like the books that lay down when you realize that we left these books behind to bear record of the damage we did. Even long after whatever gods, even long after the gods had gone and Yahweh had made his claim to this planet, is the God of man. However you want to see it, spiritual or physical, it goes down. We all in this pot together. That's what I be trying to stress with these people. Like, why are we rushing the process so quickly, so briefly? In my community, it's like so much disrespect between the male and the female party as well. It's like, yo, it hurts just to look at it. And I'm a Scorpio. I'd be like, yo, I would cry, but all the tears got drained out of me one time. Like, when like you gotta understand, I felt like the Pharaoh at one point. I'll tell you about me. I felt like the Pharaoh at one point. I lost like what technically qualifies as my firstborn twice. Twice. Once when I was like 16, and again when I was 23. And my son, the one of them, my son Makai, or if I wanted to call him my son, spiritual light partner, my brother in existence. That's what. But anyway, 3 months in a NICU, and we had to bury him for like because he was born premature, and the doctors couldn't really do anything once everything started failing. It started failing, and it just went bad. And I'm gonna let you know right now, I had to go through what I had to go through and face mine, and then later on, shortly after that, later on in life, I lost my grandpa. Then I lost another uncle, and my uncle Robert Lee, and then my auntie, and then finally now last year, in 2024, I lost my grandma, which was really my rock, my mom, basically the lady that raised me. So And the tears, they just, randomly, because of that Scorpio mode, I will start crying like randomly when I think about certain things, especially the world today. I'd be like, because sometimes I'm like at a point to where I'm like, I'm with everyone. I'm like, yeah, let it go, fuck it, let it bang. It's over anyway. This shit ain't for nothing anyway. It's for nothing, bro. Like, it's for nothing. It's all meaningless. It doesn't matter. Do wrong or do right. We all die. We go into this dirt, bro. Live righteously or live unjustly, nigga. It don't matter. We gonna meet the same shit. All that's really gonna come down to it is how many people gonna be at your funeral. But look, listen. Check this out. I want you to think about this. First, there was a flood. They told you that that was an act of God because that was an act of God. That was the cosmos movement. It's scientific facts proving this flood. Now, the second one is record of it. And even the Bible is telling you that God was going to war because he was raining sulfur and flames from the sky and turning things into stone and leaving it like dust everywhere in cities all over the world. Like, people don't, you got to pay attention. Because if you go back and you realize what was really going on, and you read that Sumerian text, that text off in Samaria, that tablet, like, people actually pay attention, read that text off in tablet. It's a warning for now. It's telling you, they're letting you know that they made a choice back then to bomb the world. Like, and it was the war of the gods, literally. They'll remind you of this with shits like the epic of Zeus and Athena and Apollo and Ares when they go about going into that and you start reading these books. But when you get into the Holy Bible, and I'm pretty sure even the Quran has reference to a holy war in a sense to where it seems like it was God. Like, if it's something hovering by day, by night, and it's fire and stuff spewing from it at night, and it needs a launch pad. You got this crazy device that's killing people that stand too close to it. High tech devices and strategies of going to war with, all wrapped inside the Bible. Ways, or even high tech. Where when you would go into, like, where it would be like this shit gets sci-fi ish in the Bible. It gets sci-fi. Like, you'd be like, oh, he was taken up. They grabbed his hand and so they didn't necessarily teleport, but it was kind of like in some sort of high advanced way of travel. Like, they became like using the light to travel somehow. They managed to master light travel in a manner to where it seems like a miracle. Now look, and even in books like Ezekiel, he'll tell you, like, the original, like when you're reading the original King James books, he tell you, like, he says, get up, these are not God, this is not God. And when those men, it says the angels of the Lord came to visit Abraham. Like, but look, listen, when you get into the agnostics and all of that, it gets even. That's I love the agnostics, because the agnostics start explaining the things that happen in silence, that'll break down the things that are happening now and be like, yo, we're not talking about, like, when it goes like Lucifer. I don't want to go into Sophia and all that. Everybody has their own theories about that. That goes with the theory of expansion. Now, wrapped inside the theory of expansion is the theory of total destruction. Now, that's a possibility, and it's the possibility that we ourselves make the choice to start just pushing buttons on each other, and boom, 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 and before you know it, damn near 3% of the world is lost. And look, listen, they gonna count this like 3% of the world is burning away. They gonna start saying this shit is biblical right now. Now, in a minute, it's gonna be another third of the world wiped out, and it's only be choices, nigga. Now, besides the choices made, or the catastrophic events that follow, the consequences, like, the sit up is so real. It's like, look, listen, the world might be giving us time to do things, but if you really want to know why it's shaking so crazy over there, it's because they keep dropping bombs. They keep dropping shit to stir the earth up. You're being noisy. Quiet the fuck down. I'm being for real. You're being noisy. Mother, the earth has said it. You're being too noisy. Quiet the fuck down. Look. We ain't really experienced the world doing the world's thing. We haven't. We're still in a phase to where we don't remember it. Like, that's how much that, like, you're traumatized right now, and you can't even figure out. Sometimes you're frustrated, you're mad at yourself because you're in this cycle, this rut. This is for all of us, the great people, the people of power, everybody. Like, you're trying to figure out why you getting all this money and it's not making you happy, why you making these deals and they not going the way you want them to go. It's because people are not lined up in sync with the universe and accordance of how it goes. Instead, we want to keep coming around to these, we want to keep chasing this, like, They got this whole get the world back to its spiritual foundations of everything and awareness. And look, I'm good with whatever strategy mankind chooses. You feel me? That involves mankind surviving. That's it. Don't get me wrong, I like video games and shit too, but that's the point. I like video games. I still would much rather live to at least match my grandmother's age. That's legendary to me. At least match that. But there's no promising tomorrow either way. I told her that all the time anyway. I mean, she used to be like, "You don't know that," and I'm pretty sure she's right. I don't know that. Nobody does. Only the energies that be that brought us here know those dates. And if you ever know those dates, then maybe you're part of something way greater than you could ever imagine. But that's a story for another day. You feel me? That's a whole nother chapter that I'd have to address when we get to a chapter like that. You have to find yourself in a chapter where you just hear, like a kid said, nobody would actually want to stand here forever watching people die. Like you wouldn't want to just survive a cataclysm or a catastrophic event by your damn self. You just survive it and wake up and you the last motherfucker there. Just imagine that. You just there. And then, even if it is somebody on the other side of the world, your ass is on this side of the world. And guess what? More than likely, you still got to face the rest of whatever the world got to throw at you. So you might witness some whole nother rebirth. Who knows? The guy, look, it's like natural selection. Most people would be like, you believe in that? Yeah, I believe that that itself is an act of God. It's an act of God's system. And even if it's not, it's an act of a system that takes place in life. It just is something that can prove its own work because it has happened. It's been proof of fact. Natural selection has taken place due to scientific analysis. Now, most of us would be like, fuck that science shit. But me, I'd be like, yo, that kind of seems because I view things and I observe things. Some people be like, you're not an observer, you're just a human. No, I'm a soul in a human body. Get your life together. Now, look, listen. I'm experiencing things like you're experiencing things. I'm feeling vibrations. I feel like but not high. It's like a nervousness because when you start to say things that tip the boundaries, and it's like, yo, I might leak too much information. I'm blacklisted anyway. That's how I be feeling. And if I wasn't, most people would either like, share, comment, or let me know that they actually rock with what I got going on. Thank you to my fans that are out there. I do need some money, so if you want to rock with me, shop with me, I'm gonna say it. I'm gonna keep it A100 with you. You know what this is, man. We in life. Help me. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna keep dropping this to you. You know what I'm saying? This is basically free game anyway. I figure everybody should look at this like this. You should look, listen. The Bible is literally like a history book. You can't just read it like it's just based on your spiritual awareness and paralysis. Like, yeah, you can get that out of it. Yeah, you can get an alignment out of it. It's just like any other holy guide or way of living a life. Like, if you get it, all Christ wants you to do is to love your neighbor, love thy neighbor, love yourself and love your neighbor, and do unto others. Respect yourself, respect others. That's his whole thing. Keep the commandments. That's all Christ is requesting of anybody. That's the King of Kings. All he requesting of you. And look, listen. If you believe in the King of Kings, then if he really just requesting that, man, F all that. Look, this is my thing. We can't have 4, 5 antichrists at one time. But I don't want y'all to just get in y'all feelings about that. I like masquerades and games where we, dress up, cosplay and stuff like that. I even have a sword myself. Like I told you. You know what I'm saying? It's like we all draw towards stuff. It's just is what it is. It's like it's certain things within my blood that let me know, yeah, this must likely what I come from. But the maturity level is like, yo, your soul is like these are just instruments, literally meant for whatever ritual purposes that you might need, you know? And most people will be like, rituals, what the fuck? It's like, nah, it's not what you think. See, I'm one of them anime nerds who believes he can cut the wind if he slices enough times. Hell, sometimes I believe that I am the wind, or at least a part of it. We're Earth's children, But anyway, believe beyond that, or whatever belief we have with life and whatever we got going on, and me believing that I've been here too many times to count, it's a warning. It's telling you. It's all warnings. It's warnings. It's telling you be discernful of yourself. That's why they want you to follow. That's why each book is telling you to follow laws. Like they're telling you to follow laws of balance and principle to stand on man. It's basically a way for you not to go to war. Like please just don't go to war. Like whatever you do, don't go to war. You got other things to worry about. Don't do it. It's just not what you want to do. And even when you feel like you want to do it, you're smart enough to figure out something else. Box. You really feel some type of way, do some games. Like let's do an extra Olympics. Like relax. Let's smoke you a blunt. You a president, bro. You a president. You know that's your clear look. Legal. Fuck all that with people saying you shouldn't legalize it. Legalize the shit so you can smoke one and you can goddamn clear your mind so you can goddamn think straight. Cause this is ridiculous. We is up here really about to bop each other for nothing, for nothing, for nothing. Like we've been doing. We just warring for nothing. Cause I want this land, this bitch, this female. I'm sorry. Oh, she slept with his cousin, his brother. This I'm telling you what kings have fallen over things like this. Nations have fallen over it. Simple things like just simple things. He stepped on my grass. We're going to war. You get what I'm saying? Like y'all chill. Like the freak? Like, dude, I got bills and I'm trying to get some money so I can pay them things. But y'all must messing with my time. My people up the street, they got companies they trying to open up. I want to see what the fuck they do. I want to see if I become a customer or if they ever invest in what I got going on. I want to give them time to goddamn do it as long as I'm here and breathing. That's the blessing right there. I thank the creator, my father, for all of that. Every time I do that, it's like, thank you. It's like I think it. I can't help like it's innate for me to think. Thank you, Father, Creator of all things, because that breath was amazing. And even when I put this smoke in my lungs, I still be like, thank you for every bit of the experience. I could understand why one would do a drug and find himself thanking the universe because he on some shrooms or some crack or some coke or some shit like that or some good weed. I could understand that shit when you take it there. But when you at a whole, I'm gonna fuck the world up, I be like, damn, who pissed you off, bro? You need a woosah. I be feeling like that too. But luckily, I'm not in possession of weapons of mass destruction, right? Yeah, these people are in possession of weapons of mass destruction, just like the people in the old days were in possession of weapons of mass destruction. You feel me? I'm just pointing that out. I'm just pointing that out. Because if you read the Enuma Elish, and you pay attention in the Bible, in the actual book that everybody reads in America, the Holy Bible, this was weapons of mass destruction, and, war strategies. You got to pay attention to what's going on. Not to mention, I paid attention. I was like, plagues, different things like that. What would cause this? Da 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 da. That's biological warfare. It's literally that. This guy's smart. He's smart. He doesn't have that many people. He has the Israelites, but they like trapped, and he only has Moses and Aaron at this moment. So two people. So he has to be smart with the way he battles. So he uses things like biological warfare, and he starts to wage war on the land itself, and utilizing the land itself to wage war on the Egyptians. That's how this shit was done. There are times when people utilize the terrain to do these things, or there are times when people just be like, "All right, we two niggas, let's get in this ring and box." That's what they need to do. I feel like this whenever I feel like every world leader is, into it, they need to figure out how to not go to war to settle their disputes. Like for no reason should you take an entire country and blow up another country. I just feel like we're past that. There's so many other different ways to probably take a country versus blowing it up. You could take it so smooth, and that shit would be like you just chilling on the beach in Tahiti, and you just bought fucking some country. You feel me? And they sold it to you because they needed the money any goddamn way. It just is what it is. You feel me? Nah, look, listen. You guys are treating the world like it's a complete corporation. And beyond that, you're treating the world like it's just a complete military faction or separate military factions. I don't like it, but I love it, but I don't like it. The warrior in me is like, keep going. But the saint in me is like, calm your fucking souls, man. You guys are freaking amazing. We're all gonna die. Stop trying to rush the process. Like, find your enlightenment. Tune your soul so you actually know what's going on and you don't beep yourself out of existence altogether. It's like, what the freak is wrong with y'all, man? Float. Everybody floats. Remember that. I love you guys, man. I don't even want to talk about this no more. It's just like, damn, you know, just women are so freaking. Now you just that's one. Oh God, don't even get me started. Like I be like trying not to argue with females, but they be popping off, and sometimes you just gotta want to walk away. And yeah, so I gotta. I'm trying to master just walking away because it's like they want to be ratchet, and I don't understand that. Like, and then like it's the rebellious spirit. I can understand that. Like it's I can understand that, but you know I do understand that we all are trying to get ourselves right, period, so we can get past that, because that in its own is self-destruction to the family and to ourselves. I'm just saying, it's like, and it's levels because it's vice versa. Like I know I come off heavy disrespectful sometimes. Now, right now, I'm a Scorpio. We're so non apologetic, but I am going to issue an apology. I apologize to any and everybody I have been disrespectful to, or have I made feel that like they were disrespected by me. I will try harder next time to be more cordial and be more respectful to you and who you are as a person and as a being of this planet. That's genuine from my heart and from my soul. I love you as a brother and as a sister and as a fellow earthling. On God. Now look, y'all stay woke, man. Rock with your boy, I rock with you. You know how this is. For the ones that watched it all the way through, I'm gonna do a giveaway eventually. I mean, I've done one. You just probably missed it. I missed it. So I'm gonna do another giveaway for you, for your benefit. At some point, if we survive a June. If we can get to Juneteenth, I'm gonna do it. As a matter of fact, if we could just make it to June, I give out a pair of JF2s. I promise it. I don't even care if anybody shops with me. I just mail you a pair of JF2s. I hope you shop with me. But I may, if you DM me on Facebook, Instagram, or Twitter, you know what I'm saying, or any of my social media platforms, TikTok, whatever, you know what I'm saying, I will send you a coupon or a promo code for 20% off. But you know, if y'all hang in there, I'm just gonna, cause I got like 10,000 and something odd subscribers. I'm gonna pick one of y'all and just send y'all some shoes. Like I ain't got no money, but I'm still gonna rock with you because I rock with people and I want people to wear my brand. You know, if it's pointless if I'm the only one wearing JF2s. I'd be like, that's some bullshit. It's just some bullshit. Just imagine if Yeezy would have made Yeezys and he was the only one wearing them after like 5 years. He'd been like, damn, ain't nobody about these Yeezys. That's some bullshit. I love y'all, man. Y'all stay up, man. Stay good. I'm about to go watch some anime. Be up.